Lieutenant?
You heard of a bar called the Curiosities?
Who hasn't? Trendy joint, I guess. Rumor is the rebels been hanging there too, but I don't know about all that. I go in for a drink, that's all. Though I tend to get those drinks pretty fucking often, because they're cheap and they're strong. And if you can manage to stay out of the arena or the drunken brawls, you can have a decent time there.
You Abby Goodsman?
Yes, By the Shadow, please don't tell me that man sent you.
No, your friend Nisha, the artist, sent me. Said she thought you were in trouble. Looks like she was right.
Yes. Thank you. They're ruining my life. I'm being threatened by soldiers who tore down my shop. Why? Because they wanted serum I don't even have. And if I didn't give it to them, they said they'd denounce me. For what? I never did anything bad.
Yeah, I believe you. You sure they were real soldiers, though? Could have been mobsters in disguise.
All I know is their uniforms sure looked real, and their chief told me to call him Sam Ward. He's sick. You hear me? Sick. A brutal... Please help me. The threats keep coming, and I'm telling you, they're gonna kill me. I know it.
It's all right. Everything will be okay. I'm gonna look for this Sam Ward. Talk to him. Talk to my captain about him, too. I'll get it worked out. Don't worry.
Thank you. Thank you, officer. Thank you so much.
Lieutenant, I'm a little busy planning our next mission. Come back in a bit.
Of course, Captain.
Listen, before you left, I got a little message from your great master, as you call him. He's looking for you. How about when you find him, you tell him you don't answer to him anymore? I get that his rank makes it hard to say no to him, Lieutenant. But I'd prefer if he kept his hands off my soldiers.
Of course, Captain. You the one that's been threatening Abby Goodsman?
Really? What? That bitch complained to the great magicians? Great, perfect. You know what she's up to. She's anti-regime, and she's plotting against abundance. True fucking story. Your little friend's a traitor, Mancer. Too bad your powers don't include lie detection, huh? So, who cares? We put a little pressure on her, milk her a little bit before the ASC catches her. So what? She deserves it. All she needed to do was be loyal to the damn corporation that raised her. Watch your back. If someone heard about you musicianists like that...
Veronica, I need a favor. I'm looking for access to the professor's compiled research documents. Might be a big help to me.
It's just not my work to share, Zachariah. If he came back, I don't think he'd be too pleased to find out I handed it away. You ever find out what happened to him?
From what I could gather, he was arrested and thrown into the correctional camp. Apparently his criticism of the government was more important to them than his work. Times we live in, I guess.
I don't even know what to... Such a loss. A waste. Maybe his work shouldn't be abandoned. If he's not coming back anytime soon, then you can do good with it.
Hi, Scott.
Hello, my boy. How are you? Nothing broken, I hope?
Unfortunately, I've received confirmation of what Veronica suspected. Charles was arrested and deported to a camp as a punishment for his comments. I'm sorry, Scott. I did bring back his research, though, since you wanted it.
Thank you, Zachariah. A camp? How awful. But what is happening to our dear Abundance? We won't beat Aurora if we get rid of our scientists. Anyway, I'll take a look at these documents. No doubt our dear Charles was worried. They're coded. It's funny, it reminds me of the code we used as students, so that the professors wouldn't know about our adventures. All this is a little far away. I'm gonna have to think about it. Thank you, Zach. Thanks again.
Hey, you! Please! Please tell me you're done come back to help us. Please tell me you're going to help me. Me and my baby girl, Officer Mancer, sir.
I'll do my best. What's her name?
Sarah. Her name is Sarah. Thank you so much, sir. I can't say how good it is for you to help a woman like me. Thank you, sir. Thank you for my baby girl and me.
Make the slightest move, you're a dead man.
Since this were...
Mr. Mancer, the sight of your face has started to give me agita. To what do I owe the displeasure this time?
I'm looking for a prostitute named Sarah.
And you wouldn't be the only one. She was quite the popular menu item for the boys at the barracks, until she disappeared, like a puff of once lucrative smoke. You catch wind of her, you'll let me know. I'd be much obliged. Wish I could give you a bearing, but the truth of the matter is, the doll simply disappeared, along with a potential profit I'm not happy to have seen go with her, but would pay to see returned, with or without some added bruising as a lesson in running off.
I gotta go.
Then go.
So you find my girl yet?
Popular young girl you got there. Word is the mob's looking for her too, but she slipped away. Maybe one of her regular clients could help.
Oh, well, let me think. There was one fella was catch my drift. Sure, but if you're gonna find...
I'd advise you to not try anything.
Hey, you John Labor?
That depends. What's this about?
You alright? Look a little worse for wear.
Oh yeah, never better. What do you want?
A young woman worked around here. Name was Sarah.
The girl's gotten popular. A lot of people looking for her these days. What's it to you?
Just a guy trying to help her out. What do you say?
Yeah, all right. That girl could use all the help she could get. Now, I tried. I tried not to tell him where she was at, but I felt like it only takes so much before he breaks. You follow? I felt like it only takes so much. Sarah wanted out of her family, away from her bitch mother, out of the city, away from the underworld, out of abundance, to a world of hope is all. A new start. That too much to want? No. So she headed off to the exchange to find a smuggler, or anyone offering hope. But thanks to me, she probably got those assholes all over her by now. I try to keep my mouth shut. Y'all really tried. You gotta go get her first, mister. She's a good girl. So go on now. You find her, and you help her. Huh?
I'm here for...
Hours. Maybe you can come back later. Shut your fucking mouth! Damaged goods are worth less. God.
I need to talk to the girl, and you don't really have...
But I need to get out of town now.
You're her world, you know that?
Oh, yeah. Right. Sweet, loving mom. You know what she makes me do? What did she offer you to bring me back? A membership card?
She's your mother. I'm sure she loves you, but to be honest, that's between you and her, not me. But my advice? Go see her. Talk to her.
Fine. Whatever. We'll go see her. Sure it'll...
News and bad news for owed some serum.
That girl, she's gonna be the death of me. Get that bastard. He ain't gonna let us dry of serum. But thank you. You done what you could. Done good. And you done a mother's heart even better. I ain't got much for your troubles. Nothing but myself. But I'm sure a young man like you ain't have no interest in a tattered bag of bones like mine. So I hope my thanks is enough.
Make the slightest move, you're a dead man.
What's your opinion of Technomancers?
I'll try to tread lightly with this, Mancer. Unfortunately for Abundance, you're becoming relics, a dying breed, due to the disgraceful misuse of what could very well be one of its greatest, though misspent, assets. On the battlefield alone, for sure, the brute force of you Technomancers is unmatched. And when coupled with the fact that you're the keepers of terrestrial knowledge, it's a combination quite capable of reducing empires to faded memories, isn't it?
What about the ASC? What can you tell me?
Nothing you don't already need to know. Little happens that they don't see or hear, and their colonel's control over Abundance grows with each passing day. I'm not telling you anything else for free.
What do you think of our army?
You're a hard one to peg, rogue. Why would you care what I think? But sure, why not? Just a little friendly conversation. Abundance and its generals are like a once vibrant tree that has long since withered away. Its leaves dried up, but still clinging to the branches of memories stretching from the trunk of its faded but glorious path. Strangent and outmoded bureaucracy, all the while Aurora's strength blossoms from the aggressive dynamics of its youth. But I'm sure it will all work itself out in time. If not on the battlefield, then undoubtedly in offices like these, and of our dear Colonel Victor.
What do you know about Noctis?
Noctis Labyrinthus, Labyrinth of the Night. Yes. A fascinating name for a fascinating city. One day, if I might find myself more welcome there, I'll look forward to exploring more. But all good things in time, I hope. There is undeniable, enviable power in the freedom their citizens have to roam, to trade freely. Freedom across all the borders of Mars. Outcast merchants dealing as much in valuable merchandise as they do in their leader? Doesn't hurt that he's nobody's fool.
I gotta go.
Then go.
At your command, Lieutenant.
Mr. Mancer, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Big on weaponry, I hope. What can I get you?
I was expecting a caravan in the stall next door to buy a few things.
They arrived yesterday, but truth be told, I think they found some trouble. I wasn't there when it happened, but from what I heard, some people were looking to talk. Then talking turned to shouting, and after that, they were seen down in the slums. I hear, and then they were dragged into some warehouse. Whatever they did, they're in big trouble now. If you're looking to help them, you better find them fast.
Lieutenant, I'm a little busy planning our next mission. Come back in a bit.
Of course, Captain.
Listen, before you left, I got a little message from your great master, as you call him. He's looking for you. How about when you find him, you tell him you don't answer to him anymore? I get that his rank makes it hard to say no to him, Lieutenant. But I'd prefer if he kept his hands off my soldiers.
Of course, Captain.
Lieutenant, I'm a little busy planning our next mission.
Of course, Captain.
Listen, I get that his rank makes it hard.
Of course, Captain.
How are you, Zachariah?
I'm fine. And you?
Good. How may I be of service?
Zach, good to see you. How does army life suit you?
Pretty good, thanks. How are you? When's your next deployment?
I do not know, but what I do know is this. They're going to be sending me to the front lines alongside all the others. That I'm certain. I want to make sure that none of us become close. No matter. You're not here to listen to my belly aches.
I've tracked down one of the opposition leaders. One of them was a female terrorist planning an attack.
But you had doubts as to the threat she represented, am I right?
She presented me her arguments. She didn't fit the profile of a fanatic ready to blow up Ophir as I had been told. She was just an idealist, dreaming about giving abundance its past generosity back.
Everyone will tell you that idealists are the worst because they raise issues that we sometimes don't want to address. Everything that makes one think of the risk, Zach.
Goodbye, Sean.
Goodbye, Zach. Be careful.
Zachariah, a pleasure as always. What may I do for you?
I wanted to talk to you about something.
What about?
We're looking for a scientist who disappeared. Name's Charles Seeker. All I found is some of his research. Seems he was studying Technomancers before getting arrested and sent to a camp.
Charles Seeker. Yes, the geneticist. Geneticists pose a risk. Scientific discoveries are always threatening to expose our secrets. Your friend Scott even worked on the same research years ago. Never found out what Scott did or didn't discover, though. He ended up drinking himself into irrelevance. So I stopped worrying. Whatever research you found, make sure no one sees it. Could be our downfall.